As John said, my name is Reka Barabas, and I serve as the chapter director for Bad Girl Ventures Cleveland operation. And I understand that you spent a lot of time on focusing on future technologies, which is all the cool and exciting stuff. I wanted to make a differentiation right at the beginning that Bad Girl Ventures is really a microloan organization. So we work with your corner stores or mom and pop shops and entrepreneurs who don't necessarily rely on technology in the traditional sense very heavily, like, we are not necessarily working with computer programmers, whatnot. But we are very likely to work with a lady who is going to develop a new product, and maybe that will make her a millionaire. But is it very high tech? Probably not. Okay? So as I said, Bad Girl Ventures is a microloan organization, and we combine the microloan, the funding, with education. And I will talk to you later about how the program is set up, but I know you are all dying to hear why are we called Bad Girl Ventures. It is really not a name people forget, but bad girl we really just define as a person who is bold and brave and willing to take risk and has a fire in her belly, and you just know she's going to change the world. So how many of you feel like that? You all do, okay, good. So our mission is really to invest in bold women so that they can be successful business leaders. It's a shocking fact, I don't know, maybe you are not shocked, but in the US today, 1 in 4 businesses are actually owned by women, okay? If you think of all the businesses, they can be this tiny or this big, okay, everyone, 1 in 4. But another shocking fact, if you look at how much access female business owners have to traditional capital, I'm looking for a percentage. Think of all the female business owners. 30%. Think of all the capital. How much of that do they access? 30%. I need 2 more guesses. 62, 15. Okay, wow. It is actually 5. Okay. Why do you think is that? So if you think of female business owners, they tend to start businesses that is really truly their passion. Okay. Usually women, when they start businesses, yes, they start it so that they can make money or make a living off it, but maybe they started mostly because they are just very passionate about making cupcakes or a problem they are solving, because we all know that a good business that is going to survive and make money solves a problem. If you are not solving a problem, no one is going to pay for the product, right? Okay. So you start a business, and the women tend to be really passionate about what they do. So they are more driven by the mission, so to say, than making sure that, oh my God, I have to make $1 million in 5 years. Okay? So that's one. So they tend to have smaller businesses. They tend to have lifestyle businesses. What's a lifestyle business? Usually when people use the term lifestyle business, it means that you have the purpose in mind for your business to actually make money, of course, but just enough that you and your family have a nice lifestyle. Okay? You are not planning on turning it into the next Google. Okay? So when you talk about lifestyle business, it's like, okay, I want to run the show, and this is how far I can grow, and it will provide me with a nice support, and my family can live off of it. So that's a lifestyle business. So I agree with your point that when you said they are smaller, because maybe 1 in 4 businesses is owned by a woman, but they tend to be much smaller. So if you think of these businesses, they still need capital. I mean, you can't start a cupcake business and have a storefront, or you can't start the tray business and have a manufacturer manufacture it for you. You still need capital. you still need funding. Why do they access only 5% of the available traditional capital? Well, they are not used to being in this role. Or very often, women are still the fallback person in a family, especially at the level Bad Girl Ventures works with the ladies. Life happens and it changes the business as well. They get pregnant, have kids, or they become the support person in the family when their parents need care. Okay. Life happens, and traditionally it's the woman who has to react to that change. And kind of that affects the business as well. So you do have very successful female business owners who are growing their businesses fast, and it is going to be a multi-million-dollar business. But then they make a choice, whether they attend to their families and spend more time with them, or whether they will focus on their business. So yeah, they are maybe not as used to being an entrepreneur. That's a mindset. And that's one of the things Bad Girl Ventures actually does. We change your mindset. We help you think of that cupcake store as a business and not something like, oh, I just love to bake cupcakes. Okay? Because being an entrepreneur, it's really a mindset. So what Bad Girl Ventures does, in addition to changing your mindset, is that we actually have a 9-week training program where we put the ladies through these classes and talk about pretty much everything that's on a small business owner's mind. So we talk about the legal setup, the legal structure, what is the best format for your business, what goes into a business plan, how you should market your business, who should be your target audience, how should you go about social media, how to price your product, because there are several strategies there too. And then, of course, accounting, everyone's favorite. Okay? But as I said at the beginning, Bad Girl Ventures is really a microloan organization. So what happens is that we take online applications. It's really open. We are out there on the streets everywhere. So you can just go online, fill out an application, and say, I need funding. Because Bad Girl Ventures gives out a $25,000 loan each fall and each spring at the end of the class. Okay. So we sift through all those online applications, invite maybe 16 people for an in-person interview, and then we select 10 businesses who we call our finalists. Because those 10 finalists, as they go through the program, we watch them. We work with them a little bit more closely. We pair them up with mentors. They have homework to do. And we watch them, how much they improve, how they change their business plan, how much they mature. Because those 10 businesses are being considered for our microloan. And we are fortunate enough to have partners here locally who help us teach the classes, such as KeyBank or Skoda Minotti, the accounting firm, or Omer & Byrne, the attorneys. We were, this fall, located the classes at the University of Akron, the Lakewood campus. Before, we were at Lunch House, and I know that you are going to hear from Lunch House later on. And we have national partners as well, and I just put up one logo there, the Brewing the American Dream program by Samuel Adams, the beer company, because he had trouble when he started Boston Beer Company finding funding. So now he's giving back. Now he has a successful beer company and has a microloan program just for food, beverage, and hospitality-related businesses. Okay? So we partner with them and make sure that whoever goes through our program knows how to pitch an investor. It's a totally different science than pitching a potential client or customer. So we make sure that they know how to present themselves. They have solid business plans with realistic financials, and they are able to secure funding. At the end, again, one of the businesses that went through the program receives a loan from us, and then we celebrate them. We do a lot of marketing on their behalf as well. But classes are open to the public. So in addition to those 10 businesses that we've selected and are being considered for the loan, there are people there who either didn't become a finalist, they applied but didn't make it, or they are not sure yet what kind of business they are going to open. They are thinking about it. So we do have a lot of ladies, but a few gentlemen as well in the classes. So who are these bad girls? Okay, I just wanted to give you a few examples. One of the ladies, Paula Hirschman from Storehouse Tea Company, is producing loose leaf organic teas. Okay, so this is a much more healthier alternative to coffee. She already has her product in Whole Foods, working on Heinen's and Market District, coming by Giant Eagle. She's looking for kitchen space, she's looking for storage, she's looking for more distribution channels. Okay. Here's another one. She looks a little shocked or scared. But she came up with an original product. She actually was on Oprah a few years ago. It's a shutter cover. If you want to decorate your house from the outside, she came up with just a piece of fabric with 2 clip-ons on top and bottom that you can just attach to your shutter. And she has a zillion designs, and you can find it at Lowe's and Target. Okay? But she needed help. She had 0 background, business background. I think she was in healthcare. She was a medical sales rep before. Okay? She came up with this idea. She found her way to secure manufacturing in China and have sales, whatnot. But again, she didn't feel like she had the business background and the solid fundamentals that she needed. So she came through Bad Girl Ventures. Then here's another success story. Grassroots LLC is actually the winner of our first microloan. They are a catering company. They are in the process of opening a restaurant. And the chef is developing a beer product called Rehive Ale. And we are very pleased because last week it became available at Heinen's. So again, if you want to go, you can go and try. That same chef who developed Rehive Ale was also on Food Network for the Fat Chef program. So when we graduated her from the program, we had Channel 3 and the Food Network taping us. So it was kind of an exciting event. And here we are, very happy about the check, $25,000 as a loan. It's huge. Because if you walk into a bank saying, hey, I have an idea for a tray, or hey, I want to create a new beer, because there are not enough already on the market, do you think they will just say, oh yeah, you need 25? Sure, here you go. You're laughing. What do you think a bank is looking for when they make a loan? So they are looking for a good idea. Mm-hmm. What else? A new and fresh idea. Oh, of course, they want to make sure they get their money back, sure.
You said something with a lot of potential, like, you know, it's not going to fail.
Potential. Profitable.
Banks traditionally don't give out small-time loans, so they're looking for something more larger than 2,500.
Good. I like that. I like that answer too. I mean, you have all good answers. It's the same amount of work for them to give out a $5,000 loan and you know, a larger amount of loan. So again, they are like, okay, should we cultivate business partners who are looking for more than, and they definitely want to see a track record. Like, have you done anything like this before? Why do you think you can do this? Why should I trust you? Okay? And then here's this lady, she's a chef, and she's like, I want to make this beer. I have this idea for this honey-based beer. She probably wouldn't have gotten a loan from a bank. She didn't have a house on her name that she could have used as collateral to make sure that the bank gets the money back. Now that's another traditional problem for women, like they don't usually have a lot of collateral just under their own name. Okay? But we were able to help her. With the idea, though, I would add another aspect to it. obviously it has to be a good idea, something where you think, oh, it has potential. But if you are thinking about a small business and you sit down with the founder, who you know will be doing pretty much everything for that business the first year or two, you have to trust the person. Okay? If the person doesn't make an impression on you that, yes, this person has that fire in her belly and I know she will go after this and do everything needed to make this business successful, you're not going to give her a loan. So when we select our finalist businesses, we actually look for a good combination. What we call is the jockey and the horse. Okay? The business, the horse, has to be a solid idea that we think has potential, and the jockey who is riding the horse has to be a person who we think is going to be able to pull it off. Well, I just wanted to zip through the next 10 slides or so. We have a bad girl's guide to starting your business. We talked about the idea, and I agree that it has to be very concrete and good, something with a potential. But most importantly, it has to solve a problem. If it doesn't, as I said, if it doesn't solve a problem, no one is going to pay for it. So these are just some of the questions you should ask if you are thinking about, if you think you have a good idea for a business. And this is the stage where you should spend, again, a lot of time talking to other people, potential users, other entrepreneurs who already started a business, because they will tell you like, oh no, the difference is too small. People won't pay not even $5 more for that extra feature or whatnot. Okay? So actually, if you will hear from Lunch House in a few weeks, you will hear that they love to kill ideas. Okay? Because if it's a bad idea, there is no reason for you to pursue it and spend your time, money, and energy on it. You should move on. It's really the person. If you are entrepreneurial, sooner or later, you will come up with your winning idea. It doesn't have to be your first idea. If you have to fail, fail fast. Okay? So as I said, talk about it to everyone. It's a telling sign of a beginner entrepreneur if they are not willing to tell you what their idea is. Like at the Jumpstart Entrepreneurial Expo at the booth, people walk up to me, and most of them were pretty good, but there was one lady who was like, oh, I have this idea. I would like to apply for a program. I'm like, great, what's your idea? I can't tell you. It's medical, but I can't tell you. I'm like, is it, a product, a surgical device? Is it a cleaning solution? What is it? Oh, no, we haven't talked to an IP lawyer yet. It's not patented yet. I can't tell you. And I almost told her, well, I can't help you then, okay? If I don't know what you are looking for, if I don't know what you are working on, I can't be very helpful, okay? You have to find a balance what you share with people. I would never ask you for what's your secret sauce. Okay, but if you don't tell me you are making pasta sauce, I can't help you. So that's a very telling sign of a beginner entrepreneur, because sooner or later, as they start talking about their business and are really putting their time and energy into it, it will be hard to stop them. You will spend that elevator ride with them, and that's what they will talk about, their business. Then you know they have been doing this for a while. Talking about the elevator pitch, you should have one. Not pitching your customer, talking about features. If I'm an investor, do I really care how many flavors your cupcake have? I don't. Unless you tell me, oh, I did market research, and in 5-mile radius, you can only buy vanilla cupcakes. And I think the market really needs more flavors. Then it's interesting. Otherwise, I don't care. I want to hear, again, your competition. What's your business strategy? When do you think you will break even? Who is your team? To put all this together, you should have a good mentor. And I would say you should have many mentors. Okay? So when you start your business, make sure you connect with people who can help you. And pretty much everyone can help you, because you don't know who they know. Okay? I think you could have an entire different class about networking. Develop a board of advisors. You might think, oh, I'm an entrepreneur, I own my own business, I'm my own boss, I don't need anyone. Well, you do. You need a group of board of advisors, just for the legal structure too. It's kind of required. But they are people who help you get further and will give you advice and kind of keep you in balance, you know? Connect you to the community. Be flexible. Again, it might not be your first idea that's going to be the winning idea. I give you another local success story. Have you heard of Citizen Groove or Decision Desk? He is, I think just now, John Knifich, you know him probably. He's an extremely young entrepreneur. He was accepted into medical school and he declined because he wanted to start his business. And luckily his parents supported him. But he was a musician too. And he just wanted to kind of start almost like LinkedIn or Facebook, something, a social community for musicians where they could put up their own music, share it, comment on it, whatnot. It was very hard for him. He was literally going out, finding the members, like, oh yeah, you should join this, you should join this. But when he started talking to the schools, the music schools, he discovered a need. He discovered a problem he could solve. He discovered that when you apply to music school, they literally still very often have to mail in the CD. You know, they are playing the violin, whatnot, and the professors want to listen to it. It was horrible. You know, you get the CD in the mail, which student is it, applying for what, let's make 6 copies, send it out to all the other professors who sit on the committee who have to decide, okay, are we going to admit this person or not? It was a mess. All the secretaries were going crazy, sitting between, you know, just high piles of CDs. So that's what John came in and said, well, I can solve this problem. As he was listening to the music schools talking about this problem, he said, I have a solution. And he put the entire process online. Okay, so he developed a technology platform where it's easy for the music students to upload their videos. It's easy for the professors to listen to it, watch the person play, comment, make decisions. I mean, it's easy and smooth. And you would go like, well, why haven't I been doing this a long time ago? And he has now music school clients, I think, around the globe. He had to change his idea and the business model. And you can't really start a business unless your personal finance is in shape. I think you will talk about this maybe later, but you can't really commingle the two. You have to keep them very separate. And of course, you have to know your numbers. I remember someone pitched us one time an idea for a product. It was a little box that she wanted to mail out to a certain segment of the population. And we asked her, like, how much are your costs? Like, how much does the stuff cost you that you are mailing out in this box? And she didn't know. I'm like, how can you not know how much your costs are? Okay? I mean, this is just a very ridiculous example, but people won't trust you as a jockey if you don't know your numbers. And then you have to do the work. It's your business. You can have all the mentors and advisors you want. At the end of the day, it's you who have to write the business plan and make sure that your numbers jive and that the business is going where you want it to go. Be bold. Don't be afraid. If you think that, oh, I do it tomorrow, it won't work. And that's it.